If you're over 60 and your legs don't feel as steady as they used to, standing up feels harder. Climbing stairs leaves you winded, or you get those nighttime leg cramps, you're not alone. Most people assume it's just age catching up with them. But the truth is, age itself isn't the real enemy. The real culprit is a quiet deficiency, the gradual loss of the nutrients your body needs to repair itself every night. Today, I'm going to share the 5 most important vitamins, all scientifically proven, that adults over 60 should take before bed to restore leg strength, prevent falls, and enjoy deeper, more restful sleep. But before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. Do you currently take any vitamins before going to bed? Let me know your answer in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's start with vitamin B12, something you've probably heard of but might not realize how critical it really is. Imagine this: one morning you get out of bed as usual, but your legs feel a little different, weaker, maybe slightly numb in your feet. You think it's just age. But a few weeks later, when you try to stand up from a chair, your legs feel shaky and unsteady. That slow, trembling feeling, like your brain's signal takes a few extra seconds to reach your feet, is something many people over 60 quietly struggle with. As a doctor, I've heard this story from countless patients. They think their muscles are aging, but the real issue isn't in the muscle, it's in the connection between the brain and the body, the nervous system. And one silent factor that breaks that connection is a vitamin B12 deficiency. Think of your nervous system like a network of electrical wires. Vitamin B12 acts as the insulation, what we call the myelin sheath that protects those wires. When B12 levels drop, that insulation wears thin. The electrical signal, meaning the message from your brain to your muscles, leaks or slows down. The result: weak response, slower movement, and that frustrating feeling when your legs just don't listen anymore. Have you ever felt that, the urge to walk faster, but your legs just can't keep up? That's your nerve cells crying out for help, begging for the nutrients they're missing. Here's the interesting part: after age 60, your stomach produces less acid, which makes it much harder to absorb B12 from food. So even if you eat meat, fish, or eggs every day, your actual B12 absorption might still be very low. That's why I often recommend my patients use methylcobalamin, a form of B12 that dissolves under the tongue and gets absorbed directly. No need to pass through the digestive system. I remember one of my patients, Anna, a 72-year-old woman who came to see me because her legs felt numb every morning during her walks. After just 2 weeks of taking B12 regularly before bed, her legs felt alive again. It was as if her body had finally woken up. It's proof that even with age, the human body has an incredible ability to heal. It just needs the right support at the right time. Next, let's talk about vitamin E, what I like to call the silent guardian of your muscles. When we're young, our bodies are strong enough to defend themselves against free radicals, those unstable molecules created every time we breathe, eat, or experience stress. But after age 50, that defense system weakens. Free radicals begin to attack cell membranes, slowing recovery, weakening muscles, and causing more frequent aches and soreness. Vitamin E is the armor that shields your muscles from that damage. It acts like a protective barrier guarding muscle cell membranes from breakdown, helping blood flow more smoothly to every fiber, and reducing low-grade inflammation in the tiny blood vessels, the very thing that makes your legs feel heavy like lead at night. Research has shown that vitamin E improves circulation, especially in people with diabetes or poor blood flow. It strengthens the elasticity of blood vessels, reduces microinflammation, and restores oxygen and nutrients to tired muscles as you sleep. When your circulation improves, your legs don't just feel lighter, they actually heal better overnight. So, if you often feel your legs aching heavy or slightly numb at night, take it as a gentle reminder: your body is asking for protection. Just one small capsule of vitamin E before bed could be the beginning of your recovery, helping you sleep more deeply and wake up with warm, flexible, energized legs. Before we move on, if you found this video helpful, please consider supporting the channel by liking, subscribing, and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss any future health tips like this one. Now let's continue with vitamin D3. Each morning when you step outside and feel the sunlight on your skin, you probably believe that's enough for your body to make vitamin D. But here's something most people don't know. After age 60, our skin produces less than 25% of the vitamin D3 it used to when we were younger. That means even if you spend the whole morning in the sun, your body still isn't getting enough of this vital nutrient. The result, weakening leg muscles, slower recovery, and that constant fatigue that quietly creeps in day by day. I often tell my patients vitamin D3 isn't just the sunshine vitamin, it's the switch that activates muscle recovery. And that switch only truly turns on when you sleep deeply. While you're asleep, your body goes into repair mode. Muscle fibers, joints, and nerves are all being rebuilt and restored, and D3 is the raw material that makes that process complete. Without it, your body is like a construction site that's been shut down halfway. Muscles can't rebuild bones, don't strengthen, and nighttime pain becomes an all-too-familiar companion. A recent study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that people who took vitamin D3 before bed reduced their risk of falls by 34% and increased leg strength by 19% within just 3 months. Those numbers may not seem huge on paper, but to me and to my patients who once lost their balance from a single small step, that's the difference between fear and confidence every time they walk. I once met Mr. Harris, a 74-year-old man who used to dread climbing stairs because his knees were weak and his calves ached every night. We started a simple routine. Every evening he took 3,000 IU of vitamin D3 with a small glass of almond milk. Just 2 weeks later, he was walking up the stairs without even holding on to the railing. Vitamin D3 doesn't just build muscle, it also calms hidden inflammation in muscle tissue, improves circulation, and eases nighttime pain. That's why I always tell my patients to take D3 in the evening when the body's natural repair process is at its peak. If you're over 60, don't rely on the morning sun to work miracles anymore. Be proactive. Take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 each night, along with a bit of healthy fat like avocado or almond milk to help your body absorb it better. Now let's move on to vitamin K2. Think of your body as a miniature city. Your blood is the network of roads and calcium. The mineral that strengthens your bones is like the fleet of trucks carrying building materials. But what happens if there's no one to direct traffic? Those trucks can get lost, crash into each other, or stop in the wrong place. That's exactly what happens inside your body when you're low on vitamin K2. Most people have heard about vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin that helps calcium enter your bloodstream. But few know that K2 is the traffic director, the one who decides where that calcium goes. Without K2, calcium can go off course, depositing in your joints, blood vessels, and soft tissues. That's when your legs start to feel stiff, heavy, or painfully tight, as if something inside is squeezing them. I remember one of my patients, Mrs. Martha, age 71. She told me that whenever she walked for too long, her calves felt like they were being squeezed, and her knees made a crunching sound like sand inside, she said. She was already taking calcium and even vitamin D3, but nothing helped. After testing, I discovered what most people overlook. She was deficient in vitamin K2. We started a simple plan, 1 capsule of MK7, the most stable and long-lasting form of K2 taken every evening. After just 2 months, her legs felt lighter, and she could walk all the way around the lake without needing to stop to rest. What fascinates me about K2 is how quietly yet intelligently it works. It directs calcium to where it truly belongs, your bones and teeth, while keeping it out of your arteries and joints. Studies published in 2021 found that after just 8 weeks of K2 supplementation, thigh strength increased by 21%, and balance improved by 31% in older adults. Those numbers aren't just about muscle power, they represent something deeper: confidence. The confidence to walk without fear, to move freely again. I usually recommend taking K2 together with D3 right before bed, because while you sleep, your body enters its natural rebuilding phase, bones strengthen, muscles repair, and your nervous system resets. During that time, K2 quietly does its job, guiding every molecule of calcium to the right place, like a patient nighttime coordinator, keeping everything in order. Aging may slow the body down, but it doesn't erase its ability to heal. Sometimes what you need isn't more calcium, but a smarter guide to show it where to go. And that's exactly what vitamin K2 is: the silent architect that helps your legs regain their strength, stability, and freedom once again. Finally, let's talk about perhaps the most important one: magnesium, often called the mineral of relaxation. In over 20 years of working with older adults, I've noticed one thing: nearly everyone is deficient in it, some a little, some a lot. In fact, studies show that about 97% of people over 60 don't have enough magnesium in their bodies. Without magnesium, your muscles can't fully relax. The communication between your brain and muscles becomes erratic, leading to twitching, cramping, or those painful nighttime leg spasms that wake you up again and again. I once had a patient named Mr. Walter, age 68. He told me he had to sit up several times every night because of severe leg cramps. It got so bad he was afraid to travel. When we tested his magnesium levels, they were extremely low. I advised him to take magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes before bed with a warm glass of water. Just 2 weeks later, everything changed. For the first time in years, he slept through the night, no pain, no cramps. The amazing thing about magnesium is that it doesn't just help muscles relax. It also balances, calcium supports healthy nerve signaling, and helps your body use energy efficiently during deep sleep. When you combine magnesium with vitamin D3 and K2, the three work together like a perfectly tuned orchestra. D3 brings energy into your cells, K2 directs calcium to the right places, and magnesium helps your muscles relax and recover. Our bodies are incredible systems. But when one small link like magnesium is missing, the whole machine starts to lose rhythm. And sometimes simply restoring that balance is all it takes to sleep better, wake up lighter, and feel your legs strong and steady again, just like in your younger days. Remember this: age is not your enemy. Silent deficiency is. Your body still has an extraordinary ability to heal as long as you give it the right nutrients at the right time. Here are your 5 nightly companions for stronger, more vibrant legs after 60. B12 restores nerve connections. D3 builds and regenerates muscle. K2 guides calcium to where it belongs. E protects muscle and improves circulation. Magnesium relaxes muscles and deepens sleep. Keep this simple nightly habit, and you'll notice every morning your legs feel steadier, more flexible, and full of life. Because when you care for your body the right way, age isn't a limit, it's a journey of renewal. Thank you for joining me on this path to better health. If you found this video valuable, please subscribe to Daily Wellness Journey and share it with your friends and loved ones. Your support truly means the world. It inspires us to keep creating more helpful, science-based videos to help you live stronger, longer, and healthier. I'll see you in the next one.